Oshimpa Kwe of current memory of Image Bureau as well. George, good morning. How are you doing?
Manche Ojuku.
Ojimla. Now, how are you? Now speak into the microphone for me.
I'm doing well.
I feel no. Now, let's talk about the legend that we know. What was she?
To me, she was a mother, a role model,
Right.
My cheerleader,
Right.
my inspiration, my confidant.
Right.
Yeah. Anytime I'm down, you speak to her and you're up again. She was full of life. We normally have our own just mostly in the mornings. You call. She encouraged you for the day.
Right.
Those are some of the things I remember about her.
That's a beautiful photo of her and she and I on TV3 New Day when she came for Ghana Month. But in terms of stint with Wulome and growing up, what was it like?
I'm the last born, so those early ages, those early times, I wasn't
in the
born.
70s,
so,
etc.
Yes, I wasn't born. So it was the stories that was told by her,
Right.
the things that happened, transpired. I remember she told me she used to work with like something the Kerry AMA.
Right. Accra City Council.
Exactly. And
Kasegbejibe.
one of her colleagues, I think, heard her sing and tried to introduce her to the group.
Right.
As at that time, they were trying to organize themselves,
Right.
but they've not gotten a lady to sing or take the lead role for them.
Right.
Those are the stories I remember, the travelings, leaving my senior brother and sister because of the same job. I remember she told me one time that my brother was just 6 weeks.
Right.
She had to abandon him and go on a tour. Exactly. When she came back, the boy wasn't sucking the breast milk again because he had.
Was protesting.
Exactly.
I see. John, let me bring you into the conversation. What was your first encounter with Namanwa like?
I fell in love with the songs first. I grew up in multiple locations.
Right.
Chief among them being Palladium. We had a house at Onyachunshin where we baked bread and all that. And
I grew up in Palladium too.
Yes, so
Louisa House.
Exactly. You'd always hear, somebody playing Ulome somewhere. So I fell in love. So I know almost all the songs.
Right.
Then 2006 I joined Charterhouse and we started a number of events and activities and encounters. And then at one of the shows I met her. And then we exchanged pleasantries and instantly she took me as a son.
Right.
Then past that, I think somewhere around 2014, 2013, or maybe later on, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi.
Right.
I think she wasn't minister at the time. She used to do an event to honor women in the creative sector. And we held one. It was held at the Omani Hall, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. And our mother came to perform, and that was the day I actually fell in love with her live performance on stage. I think if I'm not mistaken, I was MC at the occasion.
Right.
And after her performance, she was to do just one song, but I ended up about asking her to do about 4 songs or so, and it was all exciting. And then since then, we had performances at the Ghana Music Awards and a number of other corporate events.
Right.
The thing is that if I had any opportunity to produce any show, she would definitely be one of the names I would pen down. And if the clients went for it, I'll definitely put her there. And after 2015, we both found ourselves living in Labadi and all that. So sometimes when we meet at gigs, after the gig, I'll drive her home. And then we chat, give great advice on the way, So aside Namomo, I'm also like a son to her. And I always looked up to her as a mother.
Right.
So I mean, she's a great woman, and Ghana has lost a true legend.
And she really is. I mean, not to take the wind out of her sail, but she's a great woman.
Oh, yes,
by all
very,
standards. I
very
mean, the way she relates with me, it's so loving.
Yes. And you know, we work with artists, and one thing that I think a lot of young acts need to learn from some of these legends is that element of discipline.
Right.
Now, Manwa comes to an event, you tell Namanwa, please sit here, I'll come for you soon. Give her 25 hours, she'll still be seated right there. Some of these young cats, you tell them, Charlie, be here, wait for me. Time is up for the person to go on stage. You know, and when
they are not like Johnny Hughes and Namanwa.
You know, and she understands the task at hand. She looks the part, she dresses the part, and she gives you more than you would always ask for. She always gives more than, you know. I think my last performance opportunity with her was at a GTA event.
Right.
You know, at the Accra International Conference Center. You know, that was somewhere last year. And I was even fighting Namomo. I didn't even know her mom was unwell.
Wow.
I didn't know. So when I heard it, I was pretty broken.
You were broken.
I didn't know.
Namomo, she also ran a school. Namanwa Dodo ran a school.
Yeah.
What inspired that? Do you know?
I know she loves children and she believes in education. So basically, when you see the community you find yourself in, there's always a motivation to do better for the community you find yourself in. I think that was the inspiration. She loves children and she loves education, and she believes that if you educate the children, they'll go far and become better than what they were.
I see. How's the school doing, though? How's the school doing?
It's okay. They are still running it. The teachers are still there. And once in a while, you also put in your little ideas.
I see. What was her favorite food?
She likes fufu.
Fufu? With what? Fufui? Kemini. Kemini.
Light soup.
Light soup. Mini yomi. Nanefio, beefy.
Oh, she's not a fan of those meat stuff. So
she likes fish?
Yeah, a lot of fish. Fanlo, that kind of.
Fanlo.
Combination.
Propaganda woman. Let's see. Let's talk about how she raised you and your siblings. Let's talk about it. We've spoken about the tours, etc.
Yes.
But how were you raised? Because you've come out really rounded. How were you raised amidst all the tours, etc.? Tell me about it.
She's a strict person. She's a disciplinarian. That one, anybody around her will tell you. She prim and proper. This is what you're supposed to do. In the mornings, in the afternoons.
Right.
This is not right. This is right. This is not godly. That kind of Christian kind of training.
Right.
The Presbyterian type of training. Only Gamashia. You know, our chosebo, that word. Chosebo no cho ikpakpa.
Right.
So when sometimes you think you're going, so you can say anything and go away with it.
It's not going to happen.
At dawn, she'll call you. Get up.
At dawn?
Yeah.
When the sleep is still in your eyes.
Exactly.
I think it must be a God thing. Because I recall, I mean, my biological mom too. Back in the day, when I was going to secondary school. Yes, until you wake you up at 3 a.m.
And talk to you.
Her first line is no yane. That's the morning before you leave for school. No yane. By the time she will finish, it's like 6:30 from 3 a.m.
That you are going to boarding school?
Yeah, boarding school.
And they are dictating
and
to you.
And the first line will be no yane.
No yane. Ray Kwachi is one of the people who performed with Auntie Namanwa. He's joined us on the phone line. Ray, brother, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, sir.
What are your fondest memories of Antina Manoa, of Wulome fame?
Oh, amazingly, on stage, she relates to everyone like, we're peers. And she was always happy to see us. Anytime, we brought her to the studio, she was just happy. I think it's one thing she kept doing that, kept her alive. She enjoyed doing
Sunrise
it.
on 3FM. The best in the morning.
She enjoyed doing it very much.
Now, I know you are a lead singer, pretty much like myself, but performing with an old Dwadi, as they call it, how was it blending the old and the young together? Because you performed very well with her, with a Conard, etc. How did you achieve that?
Okay, so like I said, it's how she had positioned herself. Anytime she came around, and then everybody is young, so she tried, to fit into that circle, not seeing herself as an old man or even seeing herself as a mother, but she would always see herself as one of us, and she would always have pressure from us. So we're always putting her on her toes. And in as much as we felt we were pressuring her, she enjoyed it. So she would always come down, to that level of having that energy to perform like a youth.
What lessons did you pick from her? You are a budding musician, but what lessons did you pick from her as an old Dwade, as I like to call her? And when I call her, I say, Besubang. What lessons did you pick from her? Tell me.
I think resilience. She wasn't getting tired of doing it, and she would always want to push. Sometimes she would call. A program a program I can maybe. So regardless of her age, she always wanted to do it, and I think that was one big lesson I picked from her resilience, not getting tired of doing it at all.
I know that when you have breakout sessions, she usually likes to gather you and talk to you. What was one remarkable thing that you remember that she gathered you have in the breakout session, rehearsal, break, where they talk to you? Tell me about it.
I think I would want one time there was a little argument. We weren't really arguing about anything that would cause a fight. I think it was a boys' talk, and then from where she was seated, she thought we were having a quarrel. So later on, when I got closer to her, then she was like, "Meaning you feel yambi." I was like, "Oh, you want Jawani?" And she was like, "Oh, okay." Like we should be united all the time. And the one thing she noticed about groups, especially bands, is this breakup thing. A fight happens, and then someone says, "I'm leaving," but she was like, we should always be united. The fight would come because she had seen a lot of it when she started, and she liked how we were united. So we should always remain together. When we have issues, we should try to solve it right there. We shouldn't let the people go, because when you allow the person goes, he or she is not going to come back. So when there's an issue, we solve it right there, and then we move on, together as a family.
Your mother is gone. What next?
Yes, that's one big struggle for us, because it's going to be very difficult putting someone in the front to do it like she's done it. And, when we put her out there very much, she was older. So now getting someone age or around the age bracket, to do it like her is going to be difficult. If a youngster is doing it, it's not going to be a surprise to people. So I think that it's a big vacuum that has been created, but we're still knocking our heads together to see if we can pick up and then do something after she's gone.
I see. Ray, I thank you very much indeed for your time. Blaubi Ray Kwache joined us on the phone line, and he's a consummate musician joining us here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you, my brother.
Now, Momo, your mother has flowers, pal. Everywhere. I mean, I've combed everywhere, and everybody keeps saying literally the same things. She kept a certain standard. Yeah. I don't know if I should ask you how she did that.
She believes in integrity. is very important to her, and patience. When the time is right, it will surely happen. Integrity, a good name is better than riches. That's what she always stands for. So she believes that whatever character you have in the house should be seen outside. There shouldn't be any difference when it comes to you as an individual. When you are home, you are the same person. When you are outside, you're same.
George, Ogbine Komeku. To have it.
Can't fire quick with that. Sunday now. Yeah, more we need to give our mom a befitting send off. Nobody deserves it better.
I agree with that.
And preparations are underway to ensure that happens come next Saturday, the forecourt of the State House.
Right.
And I'm sure Namamo can give all the necessary details.
Right.
But that pretty much is.
It must happen.
Minicola of you.
Red and black.
Red and black.
Yeah.
She's a royal.
She's a royal.
From Otublohum.
Yeah.
So it has to.
I mean, that time.
Now give us the details. When is her mom going home?
Between the hours of 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
Starts 9 o'clock. Then there'll be a private burial.
Right. Shabafi Nofiano State House. Forecourt of the State House. Right. So the legend will go home. Which of your mother's song do you know how to sing?
When you are playing.
No, sing the one that you know. No.
The question should be which is her favorite?
Which is your favorite?
The Liberian one.
Meridian.
No,
it's not Liberian.
Don't you do Liberian?
Takradi.
Is it Liberian?
No, she speaks some things inside. Okay, we didn't ask her. She's dead now. We didn't ask her.
It's
Now sing it for us. No, sing some. Sing one. Just one. Just one.
But you know, the funny thing is the title I think is Takradi.
Yes, it's Takradi.
That's how it's captured. But I don't know what she's saying.
But the mother told her it's a Liberian song. Please sing one song. Sing one song. Oh, Namo. Ogbodu will not be happy with you. Sing one song.
What blame on you, can't we? What blame on Takitaria? Blame on Kocha, baby. Nyawunya Chiano, Yawi Mimbo. Nyawunya Chiano, Yawi Mimbo. Asonya Howo, Dani Nyabuelo. Asoma Kwe, you want Dani Nyabuelo. Te Nyakablo for Mariette. Ni Mena Meba Howolo. Te Nyakablo for Mariette. Ti Mena Meba Howolo. Tra Shino Kumba. Tra Nyariawo. Tra Omanyaba. Tra Omanyaba. Tra Omanyaba. This one is talented kids adult edition. So let's go over the date again for the burial and honoring of our mom.
So the Friday 28th,
right?
It's the Kuchagbamo as the garden.
That's right.
Atupai.
Atupai. It's a tupai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they have basically they have a rifle in their hand. A tupai, a bullet.
She gamia tupai.
Cross up. It's a tupai.
28.
Shimpa is Sinupi.
Hey.
Sempe Sinupi.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Jo Wulu, the Great Valley. Tessano, the Great Hill. Cross Wabak, Wakonabo. Okay, so 28th of this month.
Yep.
Yeah. Kuchagbamo.
Oh, Friday.
Atupai. Yeah. Pipe na along bebe.
Only watu. David. What to post office?
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the road toward Palladium Methodist,
Right.
From
Right.
the post office,
Right.
right after the traffic light.
Bagba right.
Yeah. Post office. Post office. No, yeah, what to?
Okay.
J market side there. What to side?
Bad door left.
Left door left there. Your code door left there. Walk road and we are back to High Street there.
Right.
You're not can lay there, no.
Okay.
On your right side.
Okay.
Lutrot
All right.
House.
Okay. I know that. Lutrot House, that's close to multi-store.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Lutrot House. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Opposite, yes. Milk and Yadama Few International. Okay.
No, Wagbakucha Jembe Hall will be at the State House Banquet Hall.
State House.
Like Namomo said, we start 7 to 9 a.m. we fall past, and
Right.
the service starts after 9.
Right.
And then after that, there'll be a private burial, after which we'll all. So those that are not going to go to the burial, you stay at the State House where
Yeah.
the funeral ceremony.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
musical will be organizing some artists to pass through. or some
They have to
performances
pass through. Our mother has lived and served.
Unfortunately, as you know, that day our next play is also opening.
Yes. I was coming to that.
Yes, it's also opening.
So, on that Saturday,
that same Saturday.
what's the play?
Beyond the Walls. You know, last year.
Beyond which was George Quay. Every day you bring something. Every day. Every day. Beyond which was.
The walls of Nsawan prison. You know, last year we didn't do any commercial theater.
Right.
The year before we had, and people don't know Johnny. He's a great actor. When he was given a beautiful narration for the Gods Are Not to Blame.
More
Yeah.
trish. He forced me into the role.
No.
Are you sure?
But he
George Quay always has his way with me. And Nashoko, they are bad people. I've told them.
So last year we decided to do something to give back to society.
Right.
So we partnered an organization called the Fair Justice Initiative, and then we went to the Nsawan female prison. The idea was to take a play to them,
Right.
to perform for them,
Right.
You know, as part of their Christmas celebrations. But we got them, we started interacting with the prisoners. Some of them started narrating
The inmates.
the inmates, yeah. Some of them started narrating their stories. And an idea just dropped in the head. Why don't you turn these narratives into a play for them? So I scripted it, and then we started rehearsing with them, and the prisoners acted it out on
So
23rd.
they are going to act it.
Not for the commercial.
So they
acted the one in December, on 23rd December, and it was beautiful.
Wow.
You should have
invite
seen
me.
the prisoners performing live on
The
stage.
inmates,
The
please.
inmates, sorry. Sometimes we like to, because some of their stories are very gruesome, you know, and those stories are what we've put together. You know, there's a girl in there who actually does not even want to reform.
Wow.
Yeah, she does not, because she needs a lot of counseling. She is angry.
At the system.
She's angry at everything. She's just angry. And her problem was, you see all those kids we see in traffic when you're driving, they come and clean your windscreen and all that. She said she started begging on the streets at age 2. Wow. 2. Nobody came to rescue her. We are supposed to have a social welfare system in this country that is supposed to cater to people like her, because the 5 fingers are not the same. Some people are privileged, some are not. Some find themselves on the street, and that is why there are systems that is designed to rescue them. Nobody came to rescue her. She joined an armed robbery gang, and when she's back, she's just going to join that same gang again. That's all she knows. You know, there's someone who was in an abusive relationship for years. She reported to police, reported to DOSO, reported to whatever.
Nobody bothered.
Nobody bothered. The man went pay bribe. There was one evening she was in the kitchen boiling water to go bath, when the man came to slap her from behind just because he said there was too much salt in the soup she had prepared.
What?
Instinctively, the hot water she was boiling, she also just picked it from the fire, poured it on him. And she ran away to like 2 villages or 3 villages away. The man left her alone. She got married to another man after about 5 years after the incident had happened, but the scars and marks were still on the man. She had gotten married, given birth. The day of the naming of her daughter, the morning they were naming her daughter, was when this other man came with police to arrest her. She's in Nsawan. That morning, she hasn't seen her child since. It's been like 7 years.
And these stories are what you're going to be telling us
These stories are what
on
we're
Saturday.
on Saturday.
The 22nd.
29th of March.
At the National Theatre.
At the National Theatre, and then we repeat
How
on
much do
Sunday.
we pay to get part of your
only
party?
200. Only 200 CDs.
Okay.
At 4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
200 Ghana
Yeah.
cedis.
Johnny, this is not a play. I can't call it a play.
No, this is
Because
reality.
It's reality that is being enacted for you to watch. And it's for everybody who calls himself a Ghanaian. Look, all of us in this room, we are not far away from the Nsawan prisons.
Yeah.
We are not.
Yeah.
We are so not. Somebody was doing, he also She was a susu collector. She had gone to collect people's monies. She was going to the next person, next client to collect money. Bikers crossed there. They took all the money away from her. The clients came together. They said, no, she knows something about it. She's there. And it's all.
So Saturday 29th.
Saturday 29th and Sunday 30th. So
4
Saturday
p.m.,
in the morning.
8 p.m.
Yes.
200 Ghana cedis,
Yep.
Image Bureau and April Communications doing their magic all over again.
Yes.
And we're honoring Namanwa.
Yeah, we are honoring that.
What one
It's going to
legacy?
be a big weekend.
What one legacy do you remember about your mother? What did she leave for us? Tell me, Namomo.
Her uniqueness and patience.
Patience, unique and patient. Indeed, I can agree with that. She's unique and patient. Hey, Johnny, tabi emakebo noko. And she's always calm. I don't know how she does it, but
Always
in the
calm.
midst
She
of
never
the
panics.
storm, no. She's always calm.
Namanwa never ever
There's giddy, and she's always calm. I don't know
never panics.
how she does it.
Yeah.
Was your grandfather like that?
Grandfather, I didn't meet him.
Because she's always calm.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, nothing. Anyway, Namomo, I wish you well. All the best. Thank you very much. And may Mommy's soul rest in peace.
Amen.
And George, we'll see you on
Manchester.
Saturday.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Saturday is going to be a good day. Not this Saturday. This Saturday is Gobe Festival.
Yes,
Are
yes.
you going to come and eat Gobe?
I hear there's a height requirement and I don't qualify.
No, there's no height requirement. It's for everybody.
Because I wanted to come with the former president, but
Pardon?
it's okay.
There's Gobe available. Obayi yo.
I mean, the former president of the Arts and Tourism Writers Association, William Seydou.
Namomo, Obayi yo. Saturday.
Nehemiah Bole in my
Namomo is
case.
having
Meanwhile,
preparations and stuff.
I will prepare. But George there is not preparing.
Oh, I will pass there.
George, I'm make boiche.
Hey.
Papa,
2014.
Almost 10 years. You are now joining us. Welcome to the club.
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It will not be easy for you.
One day you're okay, the next moment.
Only Ashante me expression. I make umami wu and we bushiansa. I'm a lakako.
You
Jay
see,
Amalene.
the days when you come home without preparing anything, where you come and say, "Oh, now Manuel no kweje, Mali." It can work be now.
Bad trouble. Sunday you have to go and eat before you go home.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Right now, I lost
It's not
man.
gone.
I lost
In the
man.
mornings you call, in the evenings you call. That long.
I remember yesterday when I
conversation.
called the phone, you picked it up and you called back. I said, "Hey, this is life."
Amazing.
Anyway, gentlemen and lady, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.